why maybe the brother has brown eyes and you have green eyes and your parents have different eye colors than you do. Does anybody ever wonder that? Yes, maybe. Alright, so the reason that we have different traits, different hair color, different eye color, different skin colors, is due to our genes. And we get our genes from our parents. So it's passed down. And our genes are determined by different alleles. So there's dominant alleles and then there's recessive alleles. A dominant allele would be something like brown hair color. That tends to be dominant over blonde hair color, right? You see more people with brown hair than you see blonde hair. What we're going to do is a little simulation on genes and alleles to find out, to learn about dominant and recessive traits. So what you guys are going to get is a bunch of gingerbread. And there's actually one cookie that you can eat. So the cookie that does not look like a gingerbread, you can eat right away. The other one you can save. So if it does not look like a little gingerbread man, go ahead and eat it. That is okay. Yeah, that one you guys can eat. The second one is your gingerbread. Your gingerbread man, we're going to give him eyes, we're going to give him hair, we're going to give him buttons, and we're going to give him mouth. No nose today. So what you guys are going to do is, there's two options for the color of the eyes, the color of the hair, the color of the buttons, and the color of the mouth. One color will be dominant, and one color will be recessive. That's determined by the flip of a coin. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to go to each station and you're going to flip a coin. If it lands on heads, then that means it's going to be a dominant trait. If it lands on tails, it's going to be a recessive trait. You're going to flip the coin twice per trait. So if you flip, let's say we're deciding for eye color. And the eye color is blue and green. If I flip up my coin and it lands on heads, that means it's going to be dominant. And then I flip it again, if it lands on heads, then that means my trait will be dominant. So that means I'll have blue eyes. But let's say I flip my coin twice, and it lands on tails twice. That means that, because tails is recessive, that means that we will have green eyes. Now there's also one other circumstance, that means if you flip the coin once, and it lands on heads, and you flip the second time you flip it, it lands on tails, your trait will also be dominant. Because a dominant trait, when paired to a recessive trait, the dominant one will be the one that is expressed. Yep?
Well, my dad has his eyes change colors on his emotion. How does that happen?
I'm not certain. I don't know about that one. That's a special case scenario. But does anybody have any questions about the actual gingerbread genetics and what you're doing? Exactly. That's what we'll discuss after this is done. But recessive traits, because it requires 2 coin flips of the same trait, is going to be less likely to happen. So you have to get 2 tails for that for a recessive trait to happen. Whereas you only need 1 dominant coin flip for that to happen. So hands up if we understand. Hands up where we understand. Hands up. Alright, awesome. So how this is going to happen is eyes, hair, buttons, and mouth. The stations are located throughout the building. So groups A and B are going to stay in this room. And they're going to be working on eyes. And then groups C and D are going to be in the dance room. And they're going to be working with hair. Groups E and F are going to be in the back. And they're going to be doing buttons. And groups H, G, H, and I are in the front doing lips.
Right, next you can figure out what eyes they're going to get and what buttons they're
Make
going to
sure
get.
to hold your cookies like this, okay?
Like this?
Yeah.
So I had tails and heads. That's the first time. Oh, you had tails and heads? Yeah. Guess what? We're the opposite again.
I know, we are, huh?
Funny, right?
Oh, well.
So your mom and your dad probably both have big R, little R's. And then you just happen to get both little R's.
Your blue eyes are perfect.
You said that your parents both have blue eyes? Brown eyes? Okay. Watch this. So here's your mom, and here's your dad. You said it's brown, so in this case, we'll say big R is brown, and big R is dominant over small r, which is blue. But if you make your mom and dad together, you have big R, big R, big R, small r, big R, small r, and this one right here, this recessive trait. You got this blue eyes because of like that chance right here. You kind of understand? We have a 3/4 chance of getting brown eyes, but you still have a 1/4 chance of getting blue eyes, which is what happened to you. So that's why you have blue eyes today, just because of how genetics works. And this is the purpose of genetics, and this is what I study. So does that kind of make sense?